There is one simple two-letter word that every single one of us grapples with throughout life. That word is no. We frequently evade it, hesitate to use it, and agree to things we know deep down we shouldn't. Yet here is a crucial truth. Each time you say yes to something trivial, you are effectively saying no to what genuinely counts. In our modern world, distractions bombard us from every angle. Our time is pulled thin by commitments, social expectations, and the fear of missing out. But the Stoics understood something profound. They taught that to live with intention, we must become skilled at declining what does not serve us. Marcus Aurelius, who once ruled the largest empire on earth, expressed it perfectly. Consider how few things are truly needed to live a contented, honorable life. He realized that by trimming away the non-essential, we can devote ourselves more fully to what is truly meaningful. Today, we will delve into how to say no to the demands that sap your energy, so you can say yes to the life you are meant to live. By the end of this exploration, you won't just have a handful of techniques. You will carry with you a Stoic perspective that enables you to reclaim your time and your focus. This is not about shutting doors on opportunity, but about carving out room for what truly matters. Before we begin discussing how to regain control of your time and concentration, if you value what we're doing here, consider a simple, cost-free gesture. Subscribe. Also, try not to skip any sections, as each part will help you forge the Stoic mindset needed to refuse what's unimportant and embrace the life you deserve. Let's get started. To master the art of refusing what doesn't matter, the first step is cultivating self-awareness. Without understanding yourself, it's nearly impossible to decide when to say no or when to say yes with complete conviction. The Stoics firmly believe that self-awareness is the foundation of a purpose-driven life. Without clarity about your direction, how can you discern which detours to avoid? Seneca put it plainly, "A soul without a guiding aim is adrift. To be everywhere at once is to be truly nowhere." Reflect on this. How often do we let ourselves be pulled in all directions, responding to every demand, only to collapse, drained and unfulfilled at the end of the day? Without clear purpose, each new request appears equally urgent. In truth, few deserve your attention. Knowing your purpose involves pausing to consider what genuinely matters to you. Identify your core values. What gives your life meaning? For some, it may be nurturing family relationships. For others, it could be professional achievements, personal growth, or adhering to a moral code. Whatever it is, this understanding becomes your internal compass, guiding you in how to invest your energy. One Stoic technique for developing self-awareness is journaling. Marcus Aurelius regularly recorded his thoughts, intentions, and areas for improvement. Writing slows you down, helping you spot patterns in how you spend your time. Are these patterns aligned with your purpose, or do they veer you off track? Another crucial aspect of self-awareness is examining the reasons behind your decisions. Why do you agree to what drains you? Often, it's pressure from society, fear of disappointing others, or fear of missing out. We've been taught that being perpetually busy means being productive. The Stoics warn us that this is a trap. Focus on what you can control, your choices, your reactions, and your mindset. Saying no to what doesn't align with your purpose is a way to reclaim your life. Marcus Aurelius urged himself to work at every moment, with sincerity and seriousness. When you're certain of your priorities, it's easier to give your full attention to what matters and decline the rest. Noise fades when your path is clear. If you make yourself clear in the center, you create space for your... This is where self-awareness becomes practical. Next time someone asks for your time, don't automatically say yes. Pause. Does this align with your purpose? if not, feel empowered to say no. Doing so frees up space for what genuinely matters. This isn't selfish, it's wise. The Stoics knew that wisdom is not about pleasing everyone, but about living in harmony with your highest values. Seneca spoke of euthymia, staying true to your own path without being diverted by others' opinions or choices. When you possess self-awareness, the world's clamor recedes. You stop fretting over external expectations and start centering on your own. Building self-awareness is an ongoing practice. Each morning or evening, reflect, what is my purpose? What did I say yes to today, and did it serve that purpose? What did I say no to, and how did it feel? Over time, these reflections sharpen your ability to make choices that serve your overarching goals, safeguarding your time and energy from meaningless drains. This is why self-care is not simply a bad act when we are tired. It is the necessary route for progress. Central to Stoicism is focusing on what's within your control. Epictetus reminded us that some things are under our influence, while others are not. We waste energy trying to manage what's outside our sphere, other people's reactions, random events, while neglecting what we can control, our own behavior and decisions. Why is saying no often so difficult? Because we dread the outcomes. We worry about letting others down, forfeiting opportunities, or facing criticism. Stoicism teaches us to let go of anxiety over these external responses. What we can control is how we act, deploying self-discipline to choose what aligns with our purpose and values. The self-discipline is not merely willpower, it's about making deliberate choices with your time and energy. Marcus Aurelius said to live each act as if it were your last. This doesn't mean being frantic, but treating each decision as meaningful. Mindfulness in daily decisions fosters discipline. He said, when you commit to something worthy, give it your full attention. Too often we scatter ourselves because we constantly say yes out of habit, fear of missing out, or misguided duty. Here is where discipline takes hold, the fortitude to say no to distractions, even appealing ones, because they don't advance your purpose. Imagine working diligently on an important project when a friend invites you out. The event might sound fun, but if it derails your goal, saying no becomes self-discipline in action. You aren't merely refusing your friend, you're affirming what's most valuable to you, your work, your family time, your rest, or your personal growth. Self-discipline ensures balance. Saying no isn't about sacrificing all pleasure. It's about protecting what's truly precious: your time, your energy, your focus. Seneca noted that life isn't short, we just squander it. Without discipline, we fritter away hours on unimportant tasks. Impulse control is another challenge. How often have you agreed to something in the moment, only to regret it later? Stoicism encourages a gap between stimulus and response. Before you say yes or no, pause and consider, does this serve my purpose? The Stoics compared mental training to an athlete's regimen. Just as physical strength requires repeated exercises, mental strength needs consistent practice. With time, you'll grow adept at refusing what doesn't matter. Eventually, you'll naturally prioritize what counts, without hesitance. Fortitude is vital too, declining invitations, passing up tempting opportunities that don't align with your long-term goals, and weathering discomfort to stay true to your path all require mental strength. Epictetus said, great things aren't achieved overnight. Endurance and perseverance pave the road to self-mastery. Remember, self-discipline is a form of self-respect. Declining what doesn't serve you honors your time and acknowledges that your dreams and values merit protection. This is why discipline is so powerful. It doesn't limit you, it liberates you from needless burdens. Marcus Aurelius, an emperor with immense responsibilities, consistently reminded himself of the importance of how we use our time. Life is fleeting, and the Stoics used the concept of memento mori, remember you will die, to sharpen their focus. Understanding our mortality should motivate us to treasure every moment. Shara. We often assume we have endless tomorrows, putting off important endeavors. Meanwhile, time slips by, crowded with trivial pursuits. Modern life floods us with distractions, social media, constant notifications, unending obligations. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that it's not that we have too little time, but that we waste so much of it. Focus on what truly matters. Appreciate that every yes to something meaningless is a no to something meaningful. Seneca warned us that we guard our money more carefully than our time, though time is far more precious. Start asking yourself what truly contributes to your purpose, growth, and happiness. When you see time as finite, you realize each decision to participate in one activity forfeits another. Prayer is appropriate to people seeking meaning, to recognize the presence of what's present. This may mean saying no to harmless-seeming diversions like mindless scrolling or unnecessary meetings. Each hour spent on trivialities is an hour gone forever. Marcus Aurelius urged living fully in the present, giving undivided attention to what's at hand, rather than scattering ourselves. Saying no is never easy. We fear disappointing others, missing out, or appearing unhelpful. Yet every unnecessary yes robs something valuable: your family time, personal development, health, or inner peace. Stoicism teaches that pleasing everyone is impossible. Choose what aligns with your path, and let go of what others might think. A powerful Stoic question can guide us. Ask yourself at each moment, is this necessary? Marcus Aurelius suggested this as a litmus test to distinguish meaningful actions from hollow distractions. Most of us move through life on autopilot, accepting invites, taking on tasks, and scrolling feeds without pausing to consider if any of it's required or beneficial. Except within the terms, of course, of if everything is going your way. Accepting invites unwanted distractions and possible jests. Marcus Aurelius suggested this as a litmus test to distinguish meaningful actions from hollow distractions. If the world was like a video game, it would be safer and would make sense to avoid depth play. Yet, this question breaks the spell of mindless busyness. By asking, is this necessary? You consciously evaluate each decision. Does it bring value, move you closer to a goal, or enhance your well-being? If not, it's a distraction. The Stoics called these distractions indifference, neither good nor evil, but capable of luring you off your true path. Social engagements, trivial chores, or chasing status can all be diversions if they don't align with your values. Real-world application might be turning down a networking event that conflicts with time you intended to dedicate to a crucial project or family. Before automatically accepting, ask, is this necessary? If attending doesn't serve your goals, respectfully decline. Or when your phone pings with a notification and you're focused on an important task, ask, is this necessary? If the answer is no, ignore it and maintain your concentration. Over time, this question instills mindfulness and intention in your daily life. You'll stop doing things just because others do them or because you feel pressured. Instead, you'll cultivate decisions that reflect your principles and priorities. Living this way requires courage. It's simpler to say yes to everything. But Stoicism reminds us we cannot control how others react. We can only control our own choices. By consistently asking, "Is this necessary?" you protect your time and energy, practicing apatheia, calm indifference to external pressures. Ultimately, determining what matters most is fundamental. Without clarity on your values, it's easy to drift into commitments that don't serve you. Seneca likened this to sailing without a destination. No wind is favorable if you don't know where you're heading. The Stoics advise looking inward for answers. Marcus Aurelius wrote that good springs from within. Reflect on what brings fulfillment, on what truly resonates with you. Identify your core values: family, growth, honesty, creativity, service to others. Once you know these, use them as a compass. When faced with choices, ask, "Does this align with my values?" If not, it likely isn't worth your time. With a personal philosophy shaped by your values, saying no becomes simpler. Even attractive offers can be declined if they lead you astray. Imagine working toward a major personal goal when a friend suggests a getaway. It might be fun, but if it sidetracks you from what you've deemed important, your discipline, your growth, then saying no is really saying yes to your higher purpose. Living true to your values can disappoint others or relinquish short-term pleasure, but Stoicism teaches us not to let others' opinions dictate our lives. Your inner life dies your very being, said Marcus Aurelius. The more you choose in harmony with your values, the more you become who you strive to be. This takes courage. It's much simpler to flow with every invitation or whim. Yet, holding to your values is an act of self-respect and discipline. It grants you sovereignty over your destiny. I didn't want to sit on that staircase and look at my feet for my life until I was 90. Implementing this involves regular introspection. Take quiet moments each day to ask yourself what matters most. How do you want to grow? What kind of person do you wish to be? As clarity grows, decisions that support your values become straightforward. You'll refuse what doesn't align without guilt or regret. In the end, life is too short to squander on meaningless distractions. Each time you say no to something draining, you're saying yes to something nourishing. Protect your time, safeguard your energy, and remain loyal to your path. If you found value in this discussion, consider exploring one of the suggested videos now. They contain more insights to help you live with greater focus and purpose. Thank you for joining Stoic Way, and until we meet again, continue to live with intention, integrity, and meaning.